Main stat is Dex Rest STR, Dex to increase Vanchu damage and some Bowgun DPS skills, STR to increase critical damage. Level 10 War Cry to increase 10% attack for 25 seconds. Level 1 Piercing Shot is only for immunity. Level 10 Vanquisher to maximize damage. Level 10 Twin Storm to increase damage when using this basic attack skill. Paralysis Shot level 10 to increase stability by 10% for 10 seconds. Parabola level 10 is sub damage. Shot Mastery level 10 to increase weapon attack and attack. Long Range level 10 to increase skill damage that can be cast at a range of 8 meters up. Here, my build focuses on short range damage, so I learn Hunting Buddy level 10 because the short range buff also affects this skill. Don't forget to set it to automatically summon during battles like this. Impact level 7 for long range combo opener. Finale level 1 for combo closers only. Level 10 Godspeed Wield to increase motion speed 30%. Shukuchi level 1 to dash to the target. Kairiki level 10 to increase attack and make yourself ignite by ailments so that Vanchu becomes no grace. Satellite Arrow level 10 for sub damage. Focus level 10 to increase short range damage and make Satellite's arrow additional damage drop faster. Camouflage level 10 to increase critical rate 40. Bowgun Hunter level 10 to increase attack when using sub other than arrows. Multiple Hunt level 10 to increase the damage of the skill. If you want to save SP, you can just take level 1 to buff 10% short range damage to next skill. Hunter Knowledge is also optional if you want full damage. You can take these two skills level 10. Mirage Evasion level 1 only to move when casting skills. Level 1 Front Line is only for combo openers. MP Boost level 10 to increase max MP by 300. No need to take if your max MP is already 2k after Godspeed Wield. Brave Aura level 10 to increase weapon attack 30%. Critical Up level 10 to increase critical damage and critical rate by 5. Intimidating Power level 10 to increase attack. For bowguns, I use a stat like this because it doesn't use arrow as an element, so the main weapon must have an element. One slot uses Fubbit for physical penetration if 2 slots use Bakuzan in the second slot. For the dagger, I used a tuning knife to increase the stab. This knife drops in the Hanami event mobs. You can also use other alternatives such as Zappo drop dagger or Bubble Bogey miniboss drop dagger to focus on damage. The highest critical dagger can be obtained from the Halloween event boss Bimo's drop. For armor, I use a damage to element critical rate stat like this so that the skills I use are always critical even if I meet a boss that has crit resist like in high difficult boss. If your critical is over, you can use the critical damage percent and critical damage version to maximize the damage. Xtal I use Altadar to increase short range damage and stab, and Bimos to increase crit rate. For add, I use Winking Gingerbread Man because it has a Physica Pearsal and attack percent stat. If fight a low def boss you can use Clement Headband as an Xtal option. You can use Evil Refina for attack and critical rate, and Gibril for SRD and critical rate. For rings, I use the Beastlord ring to increase motion speed and max MP. Alternatively, you can use Time Warp Watch or Glowing Sea Talisman as a good option for Bowgun Dagger. Xtal here I use Etoise to increase motion speed and Will-T Leaf to increase critical damage. For Ava, here I focus on physical pierce because I often fight bosses with high def. If the boss has low def, use stats such as damage to elements or short range damage.